Medfit Rehab founder Joanne James is a medical exercise specialist. Medfit Rehab, restoring strength and movement, making a difference in people's lives. 647-259-5481. MedfitRehab.com. If you've been diagnosed with a chronic ailment, diabetes, osteoporosis, cardiovascular cancer, Joanne James, medical exercise specialist for over 25 years, is your answer. Joanne and her hands-on team of professionals will design a customized medically based exercise program for you. Medfit Rehab provides the best in post-rehab functional conditioning programs. Medfit Rehab, 647-259-5841, medfitrehab.com. Good morning, Joanne. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, Zelda. How are you doing?
I'm okay, fine. All right, so which arthritis do I have? It's really, I don't have arthritis, but I know so many people in so many different age groups that suffer from arthritis of one type or another.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's quite a few types of arthritis, but the ones that are most common is the osteoarthritis and the rheumatoid arthritis. And there's some very distinct differences between them. They need to be diagnosed by a medical professional by as much as possible because of the various health issues that come along with it. And if you have a misdiagnosis, it means you have a mistreatment. A lot of people think, oh, my joints are sore, so I must have arthritis. And to some degree, they may be right, but you really want to make sure that you get the absolute right diagnosis before you do anything, and especially when it comes to exercise. So for most people, they don't understand that osteoarthritis is something that comes along with age, whereas rheumatoid arthritis is related to your immune system. Your autoimmune system has turned in on itself, and it's affecting the joints. Osteoarthritis, it's just wear and tear. You've either gotten older or you've been doing some kind of activity where you do it so much and so often that you're wearing down certain joints, and those are usually the hips, the knees are the most common, and the fingers. Another thing with rheumatoid arthritis is relatively rapid. I had a client who all of a sudden started getting these huge, massive inflammations of his joints, and he wasn't feeling well. And for months, he even the doctors didn't figure out what it was until they realized after a number of tests that he had rheumatoid arthritis. It was very, very bad. Osteoarthritis, it's slow. It takes time. It grows over the years. Rheumatoid arthritis is very painful. The joints are swollen. They're stiff. With osteoarthritis, it tends to be a little tender, sore. You may not have really any swelling at all. And with a big, big difference between both is with rheumatoid arthritis, all the joints, small, large, can be impacted on, and it's symmetric, meaning if your right side has got rheumatoid arthritis, so does your left. But with osteoporosis, it could be very joint-specific. It could start on one side of the body, but you don't have it on the other. Your right knee may be arthritic, but your left knee is not arthritic. And that's a big difference between both of them.
So how does exercise help? I mean,
well, exercise is absolutely important for both sides of arthritis, whether it's rheumatoid or osteo, because in order to stay with osteoarthritis, to reduce the pain because the bones are rubbing against each other, you have to make sure that the muscles stay strong all around that joint area, because plump, strong muscles help to keep the bones slightly separate so that there's not so much. And, of course, losing weight helps with that as well. With any of the arthritis, you want to keep moving to keep your range of motion, your joints lubricated. Most times, if you don't exercise, you tend to stiffen up, and you actually will experience more pain. And I know we talked a bit about arthritis before, and you had some friends who refused to do any kind of exercise or movement because it hurts too much. But it's a double whammy. It hurts too much because they're not moving.
That's right. Well, I always, when you're in pain, you don't want to move, and everything feels like if you did stand up or you did do some exercise, but once you start moving, that pain would subside to a degree, right?
Yeah.
It's like oiling it's like oiling your bicycle or something. The more you put the oil in, the less, it starts to move, the traction.
Yeah.
So
that's your lubricant in your joint area,
right.
making everything smooth. So it's very important to get the right diagnosis, and when you do start exercising, you really should see somebody about how to exercise properly. We encourage a number of ways of exercising. We work on the intensity. We have an actual program designed for people who have rheumatoid arthritis and people who have osteoarthritis, because we recognize that they both have slightly different needs and should be using and being active with certain types of activities. And you want to get the right prescription for what you should do. So that's what our arthritic program does. It actually helps to select the right movements for you just to get you going. You don't have to stay forever working with one of our medical exercise specialists, but what you want to do is get the right program and at least start right and continue on doing the right activity to ensure that you're not going to actually make your situation worse. So we encourage people to call us about that. It's really important to take care of the arthritis, and you must move. If you don't use it, you lose it, or it gets worse.
Well, it seems like something that is so easy to understand, but most people would rather just sit on the couch than get up and move around. And when you're in pain, that's how you think about it. But Joanne, as I told you, is going to be with us once a month on our open line show, where she'll have lots of time to answer your questions if you call in or call Medfit and find out what you can do to relieve that pain and become a new you. Right?
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Okay. It's the last Thursday of the month. Thank you, Joanne. Have a great day. Take care. Bye. Bye.
Joanne
James, founder and medical exercise specialist of Medfit Rehab, will improve your overall health through medical exercise. Contact Joanne James, 647-259-5481, medfitrehab.com.